Okay. So anybody, if you have any question which has been unanswered or you're finding difficulty to get started, please let me know now so that we can take the questions first and then move ahead.
As you listed several topics of Ansible that will be covered last week, but
Yes.
instead of those topics, we have started directly
Correct.
Terraform.
So we have already discussed on that. We told that these topics will be covered once the integration of Ansible and Terraform comes into picture. Okay, because at the end of the day, when we are doing the project, we will be integrating both of them. So we will be taking care at that point of time.
In Terraform, what and all will be covered?
Again, the curriculum has been shared. Please message this coordinator. He will share the content with you.
Okay.
There's a course curriculum, so that will be shared with you.
So are you doing any some in the real industry use
Correct.
case?
There will be two such projects. Okay.
Okay.
And one will be the EKS cluster, which will be spinning up using Terraform, and then one will be a CI/CD pipeline.
Okay.
Can you please explain that what is the best practice lab setup? Either using it's mandatory for Putty, or we can use the any cloud console, either Azure or
You can use whichever is comfortable for you. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you.
no, sir, it's a real time scenario in production or something.
That's what I'm saying. Give me 1 minute. I'll just show you. Wait 1 minute. Okay, so let me take questions now. Okay, now the first question here is that what is the real-time best example, or in real world how people work? Now, when you say real-time, okay, there can be many tools which can be used here. One is Visual Studio Code. Okay, so you can download this Visual Studio Code. Somewhere here you will get this download thing. Okay, so you download this Visual Studio Code. Once you download this Visual Studio Code, it goes to your downloads, and here you can double click and you can install that. That is one way of working. Next, and you can say next, and you can install it. It will hardly take a minute or two and it will get installed. Okay, for me, I will have a small problem. I'll show you how to handle that problem. But once this Visual Studio Code is installed, after removing the security, after removing the security key, security Terraform apply auto approve did not work, throwing error. AWS. Okay, fine. We can show you that also. So this has been done. So you can come here and you will get a Visual Studio Code like this. Now, there are many ways you can do. One is you clone your repository. Okay. Once you clone your repository, directly you can go ahead and make code changes. Point one. Okay. Now, generally what will happen is once you have done the code changes, you can come here and say git clone your repository. I will not be using this because of this. Now, when you go to terminal, you can wait a second. 1 second. Wait a second. Visual Studio Code. Okay. Now, if you come here, you come to this terminal, run new terminal. So here you should get one screen like this. But for me, because of my system, I'm not getting this terminal. So if you see, there's a terminal, something like this, which you get here. Once you get this terminal, you can integrate it and you can run it. Okay. This is one way of doing it. Okay, this is one way of doing it. Another way is when you're using PowerShell or anything, suppose you have installed it on here only, okay, in local only. So you can go to PowerShell, okay, Windows PowerShell. The app is blocked, close. PowerShell. Wait a second. Suppose this is your PowerShell, okay. Now you will get something like AWS CLI. So come here. You will get something called AWS CLI. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to just download this AWS CLI for Windows. Okay, you have to download this AWS CLI. Once you download this AWS CLI, all the AWS commands will run in your screen here. Like you can come here and say AWS -- version. Okay, so for me, it is giving an error because AWS CLI is not installed for me. But once you install that AWS CLI, okay, you can use it from your local machine also. Now, AWS CLI is installed. Come here and say AWS configure, and then give your access key, secret access key, whatever, and it will be running as you. So this is the way in which you can integrate from your terminal, means your local laptop. So I'm giving you 2 steps here. One is VS Code, install VS Code. And the second is AWS CLI. Install these 2 tools. Once you install these 2 tools, go to your PowerShell. Okay. And here, type all the AWS commands like AWS configure. That will work. Configure. If I all these commands will work. Okay. Now, this is one way in which you are using it from your local machine. For me, the problem is this VS Code guy. This is not working because of my laptop admin issues. But for you, it should work. You have to go to terminal and select new terminal. So this kind of screen will come for you. And then you can work. This is one way. Another way is you can go to cloud environment. And on cloud environment, you can go ahead and run your setup. So let me come here and say EC2. Let me say I am in North Virginia. So here also you will get something like this. See, here also you have this cloud shell. Here also the same thing will work. Close all this. So here also, but in AWS environment, this is already pre-configured. So come here and say AWS configure. And it will ask you for your access key, secret access key, and you can work with that. As of now, I don't have, so I'm not providing. If you want, you can generate one and you can provide. So this is one way. Other way is if everything is AWS, means all the things which you are doing is in AWS, then you can go ahead and say something like this. You can create IAM role and you can attach this. We don't have any Mumbai. Okay, so this is my Terraform server. Come to action. Come to start the instance. So you can directly copy paste the code here. That is also one way of doing it. Okay. So any editor, even if you are using Notepad, Notepad++, everything is okay. There's no problem at all with the editor. Okay. Any editor which you feel is comfortable for you, you can go with that. Okay. Now in the chat window, there is a guy who is asking question. He's saying that if I remove my access key and secret access key, then it is not working. Obviously, it will not work. So you can run AWS configure command. Once you run AWS configure, it will ask access key, secret access key, provide it, then it will run. If you don't want to do that, then you can come here and to your instance, you can come here and network, sorry, security. You modify the IAM role, create an IAM role, give him admin access for time being and attach it. Okay, let me know your question if this is not your question. It's not throwing error. Okay, it is not throwing error means you are logged in as an admin user. So you're not, so see, when you log in here for the first time, this is admin user. So if you are the owner of the account and you are only doing everything, then you are an admin user. It means that you have all the privileges. And that's why it is not throwing error. In normal scenario, it should throw you error. Any more questions, guys? This session I have already only kept for doubt clearance. Anybody having any questions, please put it.
Yes, I put something in the chat you haven't read. If you could recap the last class, how to create EC2 instance without exposing your credentials.
See, it was very simple, straightforward. You have to simply come here and say something like this: EC2 dashboard. Go to instance, do everything as usual, launch instance, and you can give a name. Let me say web server. You're using Amazon Linux machine. T2 micro key pair, you give anything of your choice. Let me say I will use this DevOps KP. Network, you can keep it as default, but make sure port 22 is open. And you can leave everything as it is. Nothing changes here. Once this instance is launched successfully, come back. And you get the public IP, connect to this machine. EC2 minus user @ whatever IP address you have. Change the appearance. 16, okay. SSH, auth, browse, DevOps KP, open it up. Accept. Say sudo su hyphen, then yum update -y. Meanwhile, you can go here, say install Terraform. Let me pull it. Amazon Linux 2. Come to the link. Here you will find this. Pick this guy. Amazon Linux. Copy this. Run it here. Next is copy this. Run it here. So now you have the Terraform thing. Okay. Now for this instance, you would like to attach a role. So come here, action, security, modify IAM role, and you can attach this update. How did I create it? So I went to IAM. What's going on? So service of AWS is down, it looks like. Okay, if billing is generated, then you can just ignore it for time being. They will disconnect your account. Okay, there is some problem with AWS. I don't know what is the problem, but I think there is some problem in the AWS server itself right now. So basically you can create a role and simply attach that role. That's it. Nothing else has to be done. Security, modify IAM. Just go ahead and attach this role. That's it. Done. Nothing else. Is it possible to create a role and attach them from Terraform? Yes, it is possible. So whatever you're doing from your console, everything you can do from your Terraform script also. Can you please show how to connect as a normal user in AWS? EC2 user is a normal user only, right? So if you want to connect, you can simply connect like this putty. So here you have to simply come and say something like this, new session, give your username, whatever your username is, EC2 minus user @ whatever IP address, then SSH, and then the auth key, and provide your details. So it will not connect because I have not given the IP address, but this is how you connect. This is the normal way or the usual way to connect. Any more questions here? Can you show all from Terraform, not from these? All will come. So Sunidhi, Sudhini, all these will come in the coming classes. Okay. Anyone else having any questions here? Or if you want to put the question on the chat window, please tag me and put it so I know what question is being asked. Randomly, if you put a question, I will not be able to concentrate on that. And if they are not terminating your account, you can keep using it. When they terminate, you can just let it go. So if you connect through EC2 user, it will throw an error if you remove security keys. Yes, obviously. If you remove your security keys, means your access key and secret access key, it will throw you error. But if you are a root user, then it should not. One more thing, why will it throw error with EC2 user? EC2 user also, let me clear this. See, ID EC2 minus user. See here, EC2 user also is a part of this group. Admin group, he's a part of admin group. So it should not throw you error. Just check once. I don't think it should throw you any error for that. Recap of yesterday's session we just now did. No? See, you ask me a particular question. In that case, I'll be able to answer. If you want a recap, I'll request you to first watch the video, then ask me a question. I will answer you in person what you want. What you have to ask. Yeah.
Hello, Vikas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the way you are connecting with Putty. Anytime I press on the Alt, my own does not bring the place that you put the information that you want to search, like the browse.
Okay.
So I don't know what is happening.
See, if you come to this new session.
Yeah.
SSH. Auth.
Right. Yeah, it's supposed to bring browse. My own does not show browse. Yeah.
Are you using a Mac system?
I'm using Windows.
Then it should just uninstall and try it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
I did that.
sorry.
Yeah, I did that many times, and then it was not connecting.
Just share the screen capture with me. I will.
Because
Okay.
sorry, me also same issue because Windows
okay.
11.
Windows 11.
Windows 10 or 11.
Yeah, my own is 10. Yeah, 365, Windows 365. It used to show before, but right now it's not showing again. That's why I was connecting directly. But right now I use a Git bash to connect.
Git bash is also an option. There are many other.
Yeah.
You can use MOBA Xterm in that case. MOBA Xterm, Git bash. If Putty tool is showing you a problem, use some other tool.
Yeah, that's why I'm using. I'm just being curious why it stopped working, because
don't have any idea. Maybe it is not supported, but it should not be the case.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's number one. Then number two, just like I shared the screenshot of my error the other time. Anytime I run the cat credential, I can't come out of it. The one I was sharing with you the other time. So everything that I ran that I was sharing with you, I was running them. I was just in my head, I was typing the command correctly. So it was now showing, but it didn't show the command when I'm typing. It's like the way it doesn't show when you type a password. Yeah, so I don't know
share
how
the
to
screen
come out of it.
capture, and the same is for DBS Raju. Please share the screen capture. If you simply say that it is not working, then I need to know what is not working. If it is an error, what is the error? So you just take the screen capture and first tag me and then start putting the question so that I'm aware what is you're asking.
Yeah, I shared them with you.
No, I'm asking for DBS Raju. I will just check and I will let you know. I'll check the chats and let you know.
Yeah, because I discovered that immediately I got there, when I connected directly, it was the same thing that happened when I connected with Git Bash 2. I could not come out of it, and it was not typing again.
Control
so it was
C.
just typing.
If it is stuck, then use Control C and come out.
I did many times. So the first time when I was trying to practice and I got there, I had to close it and did again. When I got there again, it stuck. So what I did this time that I was sharing you the screen was I was now typing. I discovered that when I type and enter, it will bring
idle
results,
sessions. So if your session is idle for a long time, means you're not doing anything, it will get deactivated. So you have to keep the session active.
Yeah, it was active. It was when I ran the cat's credential.
Then you just share me the screen capture. Let me see what's wrong.
Okay. When I do it again, I will let you know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Fine. See you then, guys.
Because today is fourth session, right? Visual technology. Hello. Hello. Yeah, hello, Visual technology. Hello.
Venkatesh, I think Shashni is over. I think the guy is left.
The admin people is there, right? So he said only total 14 sessions, right, Brahma Reddy?
Yeah, right. Same question I have.
Yeah, see, last 4 session he didn't teach anything. He was not telling to us, and he was hello, Visual technologies. He was also not fit.
Think.
No, he is there in the call.
He's there. I think he's in mute.
No, he left out.
Now he has left.
Then how he, if he can cover other, other 10 sessions, all the Terraform and all. Okay, let's ask that Visual technology admin.
Yes. We'll ask that. Actually, I'm also new for this area.
Yeah, we are
So
also.
that's why I think it's today's fourth day.
Hello, Visual technologies. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Venkatesh, I think no one is response. All are most of the people left now. We can ask to buy mobile only.
One more guy joined. Hello.
Wait in 2 minutes, sir. Please.
Okay.